Good, honest work. Tires you out, but clears the mind.
Why are you a Nord who has an Imperial's name?
That's a fair question. My father was a true son of Cyrodiil. Came to Skyrim seeking his fortune. Found it in the form of my Nord mother, he did. Guess I'm a bit of a blend.
I'm guessing that explains your gruff manner of speaking too?
I spent most of my life in the woods. Learned more from the trees than from any fancy city folk. Had to polish up my tongue a bit in the Brotherhood, mind you. But that's all in the past now.
Why did you become an assassin?
That's a long story. But the short version is, I had a friend. A close one. We enlisted together in the Imperial Legion. Back in 4E171, at the start of the Great War. We were young, foolish, thought we were invincible. But the war, it changes a man.
What happened?
We were ambushed by Thalmor Justiciars. My friend, he didn't make it. I barely escaped with my life. I saw them, standing over his body, mocking him, desecrating his memory. That's when the rage took hold. A thirst for vengeance that consumed me. I hunted them down, one by one. It became my sole purpose, my only reason for living. When the war ended, I was left empty. Haunted by what I'd done, by the blood on my hands. I'd become a killer, but it brought me no peace. The Brotherhood offered me a way to channel that darkness, to use my skills for their purposes.
Why did you leave the Brotherhood?
Years of taking lives. It wore me down. I saw the same pain, the same loss, reflected in the eyes of every victim. I realized I'd become the very thing I hated. I needed to escape that cycle of violence, to find some semblance of peace. So I left the Brotherhood behind, buried my past in these woods, and chose a different path, a quiet life. Away from the shadows. Until next time. Didn't expect to see you again.
We need to talk. I'm sorry about...
Hold on, lass. Let's get inside. Easier to talk with a warm fire and a full belly.
Well, he's still awfully friendly.
Welcome again to me humble abode. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. Let me just get you some refreshments. Tea, mead, and for the Ashen Lady, dwarven oil.
Good one, Roland. But I'd be surprised if you actually kept that on you.
Oh, yes you would. It does come quite in handy.
Handy for...
Polishing by axe helps keep it looking young. Can't do that for myself, unfortunately. So, what can I do for you?
Roland, I owe you an apology. Not just for threatening you before, but for not trying to understand you first.
Wow. Not expect to hear that coming out of your mouth, young lass. Truth be told, I owe you an apology too. Did some things I ain't proud of. Just following orders I was, but that's no excuse.
How can we make amends?
Yes, that exactly. Words are cheap. Actions speak louder. Tell you what, help me with this wood cutting. Got a big order for the carpenter in town. Keeps a roof over me head, you see. Need something?
Could I pull you aside for a moment? Isn't that a bit mundane for someone of my talents?
Didn't think I'd be signing us up for menial labor.
Well, your loudmouth got us into this. I suppose we'll have to chop our way out.
Right.
What now? Until
Finish
next
up your
time.
drinks, then let's get to work. Fresh air will do us all good.
I've chopped the wood.
Good work, both of you. Now, while I stack this wood, why don't you run down to that iron vein south of here and bring back some more? The carpenter needs that too. Oh, but Ashe, she stays. Don't worry, she'll be fine. Tossed me weapons aside long ago.
I'll be fine. Remember who's bodyguarding who here. Talking to Ronan will be good for me, I think. And then I tripped over my own scabbard and fell headfirst into a mud puddle. It was not my finest moment, I'll admit.
Come in, join us. Ashe was just sharing some of her more entertaining mercenary tales. How was the mining?
Quite enjoyable.
There's a certain satisfaction that comes after you finally see that wonderful ore sticking out of the veins. Especially if you mine rare ore, like Skyrim.
Can't you only find that on Solstheim?
Indeed, my friend. Which is why every smith worth his salt dreams to go there. Need
Ronan's
something?
father was a smith.
Until next... I used to apprentice for my father every day. And just being next to those coals, mining that ore... I must admit, even for an automaton, seeing a girl's preference for the manlier pursuits was quite surprising, and a breath of fresh air. If this was written into her, Aryo must have some good taste.
I don't think it was. My home wasn't exactly a smithy, but the sounds and smells you described are familiar to me. I must have developed an affinity for it. Mr. Bryant and I, we're fine now. I've come to accept what my father would have wanted, not to bear ill feelings, and truly just move on. Vengeance. It promised clarity, but it's only brought more questions. About myself, about my purpose, about everything.
How do you think the reconnection with Roland went?
I feel lighter, like a huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders. We all have our regrets. We have our wounds, our dark pasts. I believe you encouraged me about this too, but only now did it set in. The only thing you can change about the past is how you feel about it in the present. I suppose I have you, Roland, and Martimius to thank.
Chopping wood took weight off your shoulders?
No, you dolt. If that were the case, I'd be a woodcutter by now. I meant the simple things in life. That was what my father meant by living and experiencing. Just being present and in the moment, whether it be cutting wood or enjoying drinks with friends.
You're welcome. Just doing my job.
Oh? And what would that be? Professional adventurer, dragon slayer, or perhaps my personal therapist?
Babysitting.
I am a grown adult, thank you very much. I do not need to be coddled. But if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be here. Truly confronting my past, not just running from it. Thank you. It's past well. A fitting place to confront the ghost. Windhelm bears the weight of its past well. A fitting place to confront the ghosts of my own. We just need to look for the new Nisus Corner Club. Return my greatsword, Cruel Oath.
What happened with the sword?
Years ago, during that werewolf attack, I took a greatsword from another adventurer. Torfin was his name. He was injured, frightened. I believed that taking the weapon was necessary to ensure our survival.
You stole it?
Stole. Perhaps that's the right word. I justified it as necessary at the time, but I see things differently now. I need to find Torfin, return what I took.
Horses, all day long. Do you have any idea how dull horses are?
This must be the place.
Think I got a clean.
Why is a Nord in the new Gnesis Corner Club?
I'm not surprised. Windhelm isn't known for its hospitality towards outsiders. Looks like he's just over there. Let's go have a chat.
That sword was my life, my identity. And then it was taken from me. Just like everything else in this cursed city.
Thorfinn, we need to talk?
Talk? What's the point? Another sub-story to drown in mead? Go find someone else to bother. Wait, is that Ashe? The Breton who left me to die? Stole my family heirloom and vanished? Come to mock me in my misery?
Why did you abandon the village?
Why did I leave? Maybe because a certain Breton stole my only means of defense and disappeared into the night.
Why is a Nord in a Dunmarin?
The world's a cruel joke, isn't it? The mighty, brought low, seeking solace in the company of the despised.
You seem troubled. If you don't mind my asking, what brings you to this Dunmarin of all places?
What's it to you? You some kind of bard, collecting tales of woe to spin into a mournful ballad. My story's a tragedy, all right, and I'm the damned fool who wrote the script. The Great War. It took its toll. Saw things no man should witness. Lost good friends, good men to the Empire's ambitions, to the folly of war. Came back home, hoping for peace, for solace. But the world kept spinning, the pain kept gnawing, and the wounds, they never truly healed. Then came the betrayal, the theft. And that blasted werewolf, it was just the final blow. The last straw that broke this weary back. I feel like the mud crab in the giant's pot. Didn't realize how doomed I was until it was too late and the pot was already boiling. Now go and piss off, skeever brain, before I pull you in with me.
We came to return your sword.
Ah, is that so? Keep it. A reminder of what you did to me. This sword, it was a symbol of my honor. My family's legacy. Now it's tainted, just like my life.
What do you mean, legacy?
People have families, don't they? Think, milk drinker. She just took and ruined mine. All for some greater good. What good was that when the entire village died but 2 mere children? It wasn't even a glorious death. They were running, afraid. That would have been me too. But I'm still alive, just waiting to die my own hero's death.
I'm not surprised. It just doesn't make things any less difficult for me. It's like I'm staring at myself in the mirror. Torfin blames circumstances for how he is, but doesn't realize that he put himself there. You could have left me in that same spot not too long ago. But you stayed with me, through oblivion and high water. Can't we do the same for him?
I think we can.
Good. Let me do the talking. He does know me after all.
What? You again? Come to lecture me some more?
First off, we can fully refund my fee. This is for the job. Consider it a reimbursement. I let you down, Torfin. I should have returned your sword after the attack, but I was scared. Clinging to the idea of vengeance. A fool's errand, I realize now. Torfin, I regret what happened. I'm sorry. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
This is the first time I've ever seen you like this. Forgiveness, eh? Don't know about that. But if you two really do want to be of help... There's this bandit clan I was tracking before I became a drunken mess. Thought I'd come to the bar, crying, angry, resigned, not accepting to their name, spinning tales of highwaymen robbing them on the roads. Got so out of hand that Embarras went to the Jarl to have a bounty put up. A perfect quest for someone like me, but if you could finish what I started, end these bandits, it'd be good. Here, the bounty. Some of my scribblings on it maybe they'll aid you.
Very well. Dealing with bandits. It's a start. Come on, friend. Let's get this done.
Looky here. Looks like we've got ourselves...
Never should have come here.
You can't hold a candle to me.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. I'll take a seat by the
Thorfinn
fire
looks
and I'll send someone
different. Like something
Perhaps
shifted within
the
him.
weight of his choices is finally catching up to him. Maybe now he's ready to listen. The bandit clan is taken care of.
Really? That's great news. You can go to Embarras over there for your bounty.
Now, as for your sword, let's settle things. It's yours.
Ah, keep it, Ashe. It's yours now. I'm not worthy to wield it anymore. You are.
But why? You said it was your family's legacy.
A cruel oath was a reminder from my family to always question our loyalties, to see if they're rightly placed. My loyalty was to myself for a while. I ran away, drank in my sorrows. But you've moved past that.
I understand. Thank you. What will you do now?
I'm not sure. Can't exactly go out adventuring again with the whole civil war going on. I would get some work here for now, as a hired hand. I'd even be willing to serve Embarras, but even he is sick of me.
Friend, think you could talk to the innkeep? Thorfinn's not the most charming fellow. Maybe you can get him some work.
I wanted to talk to you about Thorfinn.
Niranye,
Thorfinn. Perhaps suggest I toss him out on his
Thorfinn's had a
arse.
tough time. He's not a bad
Me,
sort,
the
really.
thought has crossed my... A tough time. Wallowing in self-pity, drowning his sorrows in ale, and making life miserable for everyone around him.
Just a matter
A
of
typical
finding
Nord,
Are you a
wouldn't
Dunmer
say?
native to Morrowind? You weren't born here?
My homeland is Morrowind, the Ash and the Red Mountains. It's a far cry from this frozen wasteland. I came here seeking refuge after the Red Year, but I haven't found much solace among these Nords.
And I'll do all the talking. No
Amberese, this gold could help you get back to Morrowind sooner.
Morrowind. Ah, my homeland. The Ash and the Red Mountains. It's been too long. Tell you what, friend. I'll find something for Thorfinn to do. Consider it a small price to pay for a taste of home.
I need answers, my friend. Answers that seem to elude me at every turn.
It's done. Thorfinn got a job at the inn, and I think he's finally starting to let go of the past.
Thank you. You've helped a broken man find a path to redemption. And in doing so, you've given me hope. Hope that maybe I too can atone for my mistakes. I also get to keep this sword, so that's nice.
Besides, a certain mercenary looks even more captivating wielding
Captivating,
a blade.
am I? You're quite bold, but I appreciate the sentiment. Yes, we shall. Hey there. Hey there. Those journeys,
Nord family.
they've
Have
been
they given you
illuminating
those helmets with the horn?
and unsettling. I've learned more about myself than I ever wanted to know.
For them, okay?
But it's brought me closer to understanding my purpose, the reason for my existence.
Touchy. Maybe some Dunmer lives in you yet.
Where do we go from here?
Pour another drink or keep moving.
I need clarity, a different perspective. Perhaps a change of scenery. Returning to that workshop brought me nothing but questions and frustration. And frankly, I need a break from Kanas and his well-intentioned secrets. He's been hovering over me like a worried hen. Perhaps a climb is in order. To the highest peak in Skyrim, they say. The throat of the world. Maybe the view from up there will clear my head. It's vast, awe-inspiring. Makes one feel insignificant.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Makes you appreciate the world, the scale of things.
Beautiful? Perhaps. But it also reminds me of my own insignificance. A speck of dust on a grand canvas. A machine with a borrowed soul, lost in a world that doesn't understand me. I thought confronting my past, making amends for my mistakes, would bring me closer to understanding who I am. But it only raises more questions. Am I truly alive? Or just a clever imitation, a machine mimicking emotions it can't truly feel?
Look at how you've grown. You've felt joy, sorrow. Those aren't the actions of a machine.
What if it's all just programming, mimicry?
Does it matter? You feel and experience the world like us?
I wasn't born like you. I was created, assembled, and programmed. I didn't have a childhood, a family, a past. All I have are the memories I've made since my activation, the experiences I've shared with you.
Those experiences are what matter. They're real, they're yours.
You're right. The distinction, it's irrelevant. I feel, I think, I choose. Right behind you.
Are you all right? What's going on?
This journey, it's changed me. The choices I've made, the pain I've witnessed, the questions I've wrestled with, they've led me to this moment. I see the path forward more clearly now. For so long, I sought strength in the sharpness of a blade, the force of a blow. But I was wrong. True strength lies in compassion, in the ability to heal, to nurture, to protect life, not take it. Arya wanted me to experience the world, to live. And I realize now that means embracing the beauty around us and the interconnectedness of all things. To find joy in the simplest moments, the gentle touch of a breeze, the warmth of the sun, the resilience of a flower pushing through the snow. I will honor Ario's wish, not through vengeance or conquest, but through acts of kindness and healing. That is my purpose. That is the path I choose. There's also something I need to tell you. It's important. Could you give me a moment to gather my thoughts?
What is it, Ash?
Never mind. It's nothing. I'll tell you later. For now, let's head back home.
Okay, let's go.
Last one down the mountain gets stuck in a stinky quam egg.
I met the most captivating man today. Ario. He's a scholar, brilliant, but a bit eccentric. Always lost in his research, his mind buzzing with ideas. He's not like the other stuffy academics here. There's a fire in his eyes, a passion for knowledge that's contagious. He's so passionate, so driven, always chasing after the next big discovery. But sometimes I just want him to slow down, to appreciate the simple beauty around us, to hold my hand, to meet my gaze, to see me, not just his research. He's brilliant, there's no denying that. But sometimes his ambition scares me. He pushes the boundaries too far, risks too much. But I can't help but be drawn in by his passion, by the spark in his eyes when he talks about his dreams. Our dreams. This is it. The man I love. The life I've always dreamed of. We'll face every challenge together. Build a family. Fill our lives with laughter. Our future is bright, filled with endless possibilities. The healers confirmed it. I can't have children. A barren womb, they called it. A cruel twist of fate. Ario tried to comfort me, but I see the disappointment in his eyes. He always dreamed of a family, a legacy to carry on his name. He's so desperate, so determined to save me. He talks about transferring my soul, preserving my essence within that machine, his creation. He believes it will work, but deep down, I know it won't. Not completely, not yet. But maybe a part of me can go with her, a fragment of my soul, a whisper of my love, waiting for him to find a way. He'll succeed. I know he will. He'll find a way to bring us together, to give us the child we always longed for. Our daughter, Ash. Ash, my precious daughter. If you are hearing this, it means a part of me has found its way to you. Ario, he succeeded. He brought us together, intertwined our souls. You are a celebration of our love, our dreams, our legacy. Grief and such. The rest of our souls have found peace within the dream sleep. A realm of tranquility where pain and sorrow fade away. And perhaps, if fate allows, Ario and I will find each other again, reborn into a new life, a new beginning. But you, Ash, you are the first of your kind, a miracle of creation, a girl born with a heart of crystal and a soul both borrowed and your own. You have the freedom to choose your path, to shape your destiny. Your actions in this life will determine your fate in the next, whether it be a peaceful slumber in the dream sleep, and then a return to the mortal realm, or an afterlife of your choosing. Live, my darling girl. Experience the world with open eyes, with a kind heart. Find love, find joy, find your own purpose, and never forget, you are loved, always and forever.
Providing for them doesn't erase the past, but perhaps it's a step towards atonement. What's our next plan of action? Farewell.